Hi, Gerhard Bloom, once again, looking at the tyranny and the delusions of the social justice movement. So first, it's Remembrance Day, and my prayers go out to, those who've lost their lives defending the free world, the West, and the families of those who've lost loved ones. Now we see an absolute betrayal of those lost lives. For absolute centuries, 4 centuries, brave men have stood on the barriers, defending the walls against the threat that is Islam. Islam is fascist, right? Beheadings, the sawing off of limbs, sharia law, the stonings to death, the burqas, these women who look like the very angel of death. And instead of standing on the walls and defending the barriers, we have opened up the gates. You've seen, these huge protests and riots across Europe, the United States, Canada. It is awful. It is tragic. And you see this marriage between deluded leftists, right? Parading alongside with these villainous monsters for fascism in religious clothing. And why might that be? Well, you have these deluded leftists. They accuse the West of imperialism, of slavery, of, domination. Well, crack open a history book. These are not sins confined to the West. No. The entire world was governed by the laws of war and imperialism and slavery, right? There was slavery, North America, Central America, South America, before Christopher Columbus ever set foot, or the white man set foot in, the New World. So absolute nonsense. And let's look at the history of Islam, right? The Palestinians, they're indigenous, are they? No, they're not indigenous. Jews are indigenous to Israel. Here's a surprising fact for many of these leftist dummies. These were once Christian lands. Egypt, Sudan, Ethiopia, Libya, Tunisia, Morocco, Syria, Jordan. And for 700 years, Spain, most of Spain was under the fascist rule of Islam. And, several crucial battles, both in Western Europe and Eastern Europe. Crucial battles. Had they gone otherwise, we would be living under the domination, or would have been living under the domination for centuries of Islam. And you look at these Islamic countries, you don't see any democracies, liberty, individual rights. Slavery, imperialism, yeah, the West was guilty of it, and so was everybody else. Here's the difference that makes a difference. Individual rights, democracy, the rule of law, the scientific method. This is what Western civilization has brought to the world, and it is worth defending. We need to address this army. And these deluded leftists, they are useful idiots. If Islam should ever gain control, it will look like, either a brutal dictatorship under, Assad in Syria, or, a theocratic tyranny like Iran. And these leftists, no, they will be the first to be brought under the sword of Islam. Absolutely awful. And why is this marriage of convenience? Because both these radical Muslims, under the guidance of Islam, whereas jihad is a duty, they hate the West, and so do these deluded leftists. It is poisonous, toxic ideology, both of them. Anyways, thank you so much for your time and attention. And please do check out my book, Deconstructing Social Justice. It's available on Amazon, any format you care to choose. Audible, electronic, hard copy, whatever is your preference. It's important, not because I wrote it. I wrote it because the issues could not be more important. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Bye-bye now.